According to cyberpress.org, hackers are replacing the M in Microsoft.com with the letters RN in order to try to steal login credentials. And that's freaking ridiculous. That's asinine. So basically, if you understand anything about phishing attacks are those fake emails that you get that are spam, right? They're very sophisticated. So they'll make the entire email with, like, for example, here, the Microsoft logo, a spot for a password reset, and they will try to make it look as legitimate as they can in order to trick people into clicking on it so they can steal their passwords and login credentials. Like, very famously, the email that you'll get from Microsoft will be no reply at Microsoft.com. But because the way the font looks when you open up the email, they're switching out the letter M with two letters R and N. And right next to each other, they actually look like they make an M because of the font. So, yeah, it's very sophisticated. It's a big illusion. And, you know, human brain's natural tendency is to autocorrect text errors. And cyberpress.org explains that this visual deception, even though it is effective, when users are scanning emails and viewing content on their mobile devices, they really don't pay attention to that. So if you're depending on a spam filter with your email provider, you have failed at life. Here's the deal. Computers are not perfect. You cannot depend on them. You got to actually open up the email. So when you get an email that ever has a link in it or asks for login credentials, you always have to verify that it's actually coming from who it says it's coming from. So basically just go in, open up the email, and open up the sender information, right? It's a little drop down button. You can click on it and it'll show you what the actual domain is, because they're trying a few different attacks according to Cyberpress. So they're doing the R and the N in place of the M for Microsoft.com. They're doing Microsoft.com with a 0 in the spot for the O in Microsoft. Microsoft-support.com, which is not a real Microsoft domain. And then they're also doing Microsoft.co. And then finally, they're doing microsft.com, which also looks at first glance pretty legitimate. So the best thing you can do, these are called typo squatting attacks, is honestly open up that link, look at it. Not the link, sorry. Open up the sender address, look at it, and make sure you don't fail at life. Don't open the link.